Hello everyone, welcome to the Africa Enlightenment Center. And in this video, we're going to be looking at something very critical in the African continent, and that is witch hunt. Now, look at this video. Just watch this woman, what is being done to her in her own community. And this happened in Imo State, Nigeria. This woman is accused, of witchcraft and occultic activities. And then she's being banished from the village. Look at the woman very critically. Does she look like someone who can even harm a fly? Look at how she's looking unkempt and looking like somebody who has been, malnourished, who has not been well taken care of. And look at the treatment she's been given. This is very sad. And it is time Africans wake up to make sure that this thing is nipped in the bud. Stop witch hunt now. This is very, very important. I'm calling on all intellectuals. I'm calling on all well-meaning Africans to wake up and make sure these barbaric aspects of our traditions are nipped in the bud. They are cancelled. They are nipped in the bud. They removed so that people can live their lives freely. We must begin to educate people that there's nothing like witchcraft, that nobody can harm you with any supernatural powers or whatever. It is very important that we begin to teach our children critical thinking so that we begin to understand that nobody is responsible for our problems, howbeit spiritually. Nobody is responsible for our problems. We are responsible for our own problems. Looking at it very carefully, we discover that all these practices stemmed from ignorance. In those days, these people did not understand why natural disasters were happening or certain things were happening, certain diseases that had no cure. Then no cure had been developed for a lot of diseases and a lot of happenings. So they look for who to blame or what to blame for natural disasters or other happenings. All right. So they look for who to blame. And a lot of people were banished from communities. A lot of people were blamed for incidences that happened in their communities. People who were vulnerable, people who had mental issues, all right, were blamed for a lot of the problems in their communities. One thing a lot of Africans have not realized is that it's not only people who are eating in the dumps that have mental problems or have mental issues. A lot of people who look normal, they have mental issues. They can say things that, look unreal because they have mental issues that need to be addressed. And in Africa, we hardly have mental hospitals where patients who have mental issues are taken care of. You see that? We allow them develop mental issues, and then we attribute these mental issues to witchcraft or occultism or whatever. And it is a major problem. In this 21st century, we shouldn't be this backward in Africa again to begin to attribute our own failures to people who are perceived to be witches or to be responsible for our own problems or our own failures. Look at our society. We do not have industries. We do not have places where people work. We've not been able to develop our economy. You see that? We have churches littered all over the places telling people that somebody from their family is responsible for their problem, adding to the problem that is already on ground. You see that? So people are haunted for what they know nothing about. Look at the woman. She looks so unkempt. This is somebody that is suffering. You could see that she may have had a lot of, if you dig deep into the history of this woman, you will see that she may have had a history of trauma in her life. She may have, been deprived of so many things in life, and she's going through a lot. And they're adding more problem to her. A lot of people have been destroyed in Africa. Innocent people in the name of witch hunt. We know witches are responsible for the problems we have in Africa in our communities. No witches are responsible for them. We are the ones responsible for our problems. We've not created jobs for people. So when people are poor, they claim somebody made them poor. Nobody can actually make you poor. Your life is your responsibility. It is the way you direct your life that it goes for you. You see that? And also the environmental factors, the problem of bad leadership, all of this contribute to the misfortunes that we suffer in Africa, especially. You see that? It is time that the international community also get involved in helping those of us who are advocating against witch hunt to nip this menace in the bud. I want to commend Dr. Leo Igwe. I've heard that the woman in the video, they've reached out to her and help is on the way for her to see how she can be rehabilitated and helped. You see that? It is time that Africans wake up. Nobody is responsible for our problems. We are responsible for our problems because we have refused to do the right thing. Look at China. Look at the UK. Look at the US. Look at the Netherlands. These countries, they prioritize their problems. They've used technology to solve their problems. But here in Africa, we are blaming innocent poor people for our problems. It is time Africans wake up and nip this menace in the bud. Africans, wake up. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure to share this content so that it gets to as many people, so that people begin to wake up to realize that it is time we nip witch hunt on the bud. Thank you for watching.